What is up guys, my name is Chase and we are not even 2 months into 2023 and Apple has already announced and released 3 new products. First, Apple announced the new M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBook Pros, as well as the new M2 and M2 Pro Mac Mini. Then they even went on to introduce a second generation HomePod. Not the HomePod Mini, but the big boy HomePod. And I just wanted to make this video to discuss with you guys about this whole release strategy that Apple has been doing lately. They also did a very similar thing when they introduced the 10th generation iPad along with the new iPad Pros. These random surprise drops for new products I think can be both beneficial and also not as beneficial. Maybe this will even be the death of actual Apple events. I highly doubt it, but I don't know, who knows, maybe in the future Apple will just randomly drop new product announcements. Anyway, looking back at the whole M2 announcements, with the MacBook Pros getting an M2 Pro and M2 Max versions, I guess this actually kind of made sense for Apple to just randomly drop this. Pretty much the only new things with these MacBook Pros are all internal. You can obviously get the new M2 Pro or the M2 Max chips. They even offer up to 96 gigabytes of RAM, which is insane. But in terms of the actual laptop, it is pretty much the exact same as the previous version. So in that case, I think it made sense for Apple to just randomly drop this on us because I don't think this announcement would require an entire event around it. We also had the new Mac Mini with the M2 and even the M2 Pro. Meanwhile, with the HomePod, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even have too much interest in the HomePod, so for the most part, the things that they were talking about in terms of this new second generation HomePod, it seems like once again, it's a lot of like under the hood stuff. Although the new HomePod is technically a little bit different than the older HomePod, so there's that. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting that Apple has been making these surprise singular announcements. It does mean that every day I have to live in fear now because of what Apple may or may not announce. But I don't know, I think it's like an interesting way to announce new products. I think similarly to how they transitioned from live events to these pre-recorded events, they're able to cut out a lot of the fluff of the live in-person events since they are pre-recorded and edited. So I think on one hand, that does make these announcements a lot easier to kind of get through. When you watch the new Mac announcements, you know, okay, this is what the new MacBook Pro is and this is what's inside of it. You don't have to sit through a 15-hour awkward demo. On the other hand, it does make me wonder how Apple is going to go forward with their events in the future. Like even the 10th generation iPad last year, that's an announcement that I thought they would have made at an actual event. So maybe going forward, they're going to kind of save these big product announcements for the actual events, and then maybe these trivial upgrades will be announced completely separate. I don't know, I always just think it's so fun whenever we get to see new products and stuff. But in any case, let me know in the comments what you guys think of the latest Apple announcements. Speaking of the 10th generation iPad, if you want to see my unboxing of the latest iPad, feel free to check out the video below. For now, thank you for watching. My name is Chase and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.